Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Having a lovely day. So today's video is actually a follow-up from one of my previous videos. I think it was the third one, which is about a law of attraction. So today's video is more or less of a background insight into stress and its impact on health, whether it's mental health or physical health. And this video is actually inspired by another video I've seen on YouTube, and it is actually by Dr. Bruce Lipton. So these ideas that I show in this video are not all mine. The ideas are from his teaching and what he has said, which I found very inspirational and very mind-opening, and I thought I'd share with you guys exactly what I found. So I just want to start off with something that he's done, and I want to ask you guys a question. What do you think disease is? Now, some of you may think, okay, it's like, when you've got a pathogen, or you've got like an illness, or you've got like a virus in your body and it's causing you, to be at discomfort, to you to become ill, right? And, you guys are pretty much on the right track. It is something to do with that. But another definition I want to say to you is disease is when your body and your mind are at dis-ease. That when your mind and body are not connected, when they're not at the calm, tranquil state that a mind should be in. And that's the definition I want to get to you guys across that he has said to us through a video. So now that we've got disease out the way, I want to ask you guys, what do you think stress is? Now, you guys may be thinking again that it's someone who is in a frenzy, or someone who's not thinking straight, not being rational, someone who's overthinking, having a lot of anxiety, and not logically thinking of a way out, right? So that is stress. So we cover two definitions: stress and disease. So I just want to talk about the video that he said and how it's impacted me. So what his video says is your body is built for a purpose. Like, it's built to grow, to repair cells, to keep up with your immune system, the pathogens and all this kind of stuff. That's your whole body. That's the whole function of your body, to keep you alive. And your body would do is whatever is possible to make sure that all your organs are working perfectly, your cells are dividing at a perfect rate, you're not causing yourself to have an illness. That's the whole point. And that all works well when you have a positive experience with the world, positive surroundings, positive mindset. And when you are stressed, that kind of leads your mind into a different direction, and it doesn't, it counteracts what your body would end up doing. So when you're stressed, your body is, it releases a hormone, and it's called the stress hormone. Well, it's not really, but it's like it's a technical word, but for me, we're just going to call it or refer to a stress hormone. So stress hormone is released, and your body will react to the hormone in a different way to normally if it would be a calming or like, a nicer hormone. So normally your body would, have blood moving to all your cells, all your tissues, all your organs, supplying oxygen and, all that energy and all of the good stuff, right? But when the stress is involved, it's released into your bloodstream, and it is telling your blood to preferentially go to the arms and legs. So the hormone is telling all the blood to not go to your cells, not to go to your organs, and not to work your digestive system, all those kind of things. And it will preferentially go to your arms and legs. And the reason why it does that is that it's preparing you for fight or flight response. Now, when you are in danger, all these things are going through your head and you are worried, and that's when the stress kicks in, right? You're stressed out because you don't know what to do. You're stressed out because you're confused, like, these kind of things. So you are in that moment, your blood is not going to your cells, is not going towards fighting off the immune, the viruses, is going towards fighting or running away from the problem. So if your blood is going to your arms and legs, where would the blood be going to before? So your blood would be able to, go to tissues to provide oxygen for them, go to your muscles, your everything in your body would need your blood cells. So if the blood is going to your arms and legs, all your energy is being transferred into your arms and legs. Now that would be an issue, but sometimes it's not. Like, for instance, if you've got, take an example from the video, like if you've got a disease in your body, like you've got a common flu, for example, and you're in the jungle and you are facing a predator, okay? In that instance, what's going to be more important to you? Fighting off the disease or running away from the animal? And obviously, logically thinking, you'd run away from the animal because the virus seems to be too petty of an issue compared to a beast running after you. So you're obviously going to be running and running, and in that time when you got fight and flight response, your digestive system's not going to be working, cell growth is not going to be working, your immune system is not going to be working. But those things don't compare to the fact that you're running for your life. So at that point, it is good that all your arms and legs are being, oxygenated with all the blood in your body. So that's good. But then it has to come a point where all your stress levels down. It's okay to be stressed, but you have to make sure that your stress levels go back to normal. Because if it's prolonged, then that causes health issues. So let's say you carried on being stressed afterwards. Your energy is all gonna go off to, again, your arms and legs to help you fight away from the problem, right? So that oxygen that is in your blood, that energy, would not go towards fighting off diseases that enter your body. And that's where people start getting illnesses in their body, is because your immune system's not giving that much energy to be able to make the antibodies to fight against the pathogens. The antibodies not even able to attach to the pathogens because there's not enough energy between them two. And that's why people get more sick when they're stressed, because you do not take care of yourself when you are stressed. And I'm not saying that to be mean to anyone. I'm guilty of that as well. I stress quite a lot. And sometimes it does get to a point where, you don't feel like eating, and, you don't talk to anyone, you get angry and you get frustrated. And when you don't eat, your body is not getting the nutrients that it needs to be able to fight off the diseases, because, your organs and your blood and your everything needs nutrients, right? And that's all come from food. And if you don't eat your food, how are you going to be able to get the energy to fight any viruses or any dangers that happen in your body? And that's what he was saying, that if you stress, you need to be able to come to a point where you can de-stress back to a normal state to prevent everything from going haywire in your body. He also says something about testing. So he said that if he took a blood sample from everyone in a room, he would know that everyone in that room is infected with all the viruses, all the pathogens that people can have, right? And then someone might say, okay, so if I've got all the viruses in the world in my body right now, why am I not getting sick? Why am I not getting ill, if that's what a virus does? But the reason why you're not getting ill is because your body has enough energy, enough blood cells going towards fighting all the viruses and all the pathogens in the body. Your immune system is being given the best possible chance to fight against a disease, to fight against the virus, by creating enough antibodies, giving everyone enough energy to be able to combat it. And so that is what happens when you give your body enough time to just de-stress. Now, I know for a lot of people it is easy to de-stress, and some people might find it a bit harder to de-stress, and that's for me. I find it a bit hard to de-stress sometimes. I get to a point where I have stressed out a lot, and I've literally, when everyone's probably, guilty of this, but when they worry, they think of the worst possible scenario. Let's say, for example, you find, I don't know, a lump, and you automatically think the worst case scenario, and you start dwelling on that, thinking, okay, what could it be? What could it be? This, or could it be that? And you think of the worst case scenario, could it really be this? And you put yourself a lot of stress. And that was what I was also saying in my first law of attraction video, was positive thinking. If you continuously think that whatever you're feeling is what you think it is, you constant thoughts on it, it will be manifested. And it's kind of like this in a way, where if you are stressed and you constantly thinking stressful thoughts, you're going to be more stressed out than if you thought, okay, I am stressed, but there is a way for me to get out of it. And that automatic thinking, that one thought, would be able to help you change your entire course from being stressed to being not stressed. That makes sense. So it's it does not help anyone to say that you're stressed, because everyone cares for you, right? So if you're stressed, other people in the family are going to be stressed. All the other friends, the people are going to see on your face that you're not right. And then they'll think that what's wrong with you. Now, asking you questions and you getting more upset, and it doesn't help anyone. For me, my experience with stress was, well, still is, it's an ongoing issue, but it's not great. When I got stressed, I wouldn't eat properly, I wouldn't sleep properly, I would, pick fights over little petty things, generally, it's the pettiest things. I would drop a pen and I'd get angry, because all that anger from getting stressed out with uni work, or all these things like exams, and all this anger builds up in you, and you get stressed out and you get angry and you lash out at people, and it's not healthy to do that at all. And I always learn that at the end, but I try to make a difference every single time, and it does help, because I get stressed less now. I'm not saying I'm completely stress free, but I reduce how long I stay stressful, because when you stay stressed, obviously, as I explained, your whole body changes. Your hormones are something that regulates your body, right? So your hormones have to be at a certain level for your body to be operating correctly. And when you're stressed, those hormones they fluctuate. Sometimes they're great, sometimes they're really, really bad, and there's not really stable. And that has health impacts on your body. Your hair may start to fall out because you are stressed. You may get grey hairs. I don't know, maybe your skin may be deteriorating because your cells aren't able to, grow at a proper rate to replace all the dead cells. Your gut, maybe your gut lining, that has to be replaced every 3 days for everything to be working great. So that still requires energy, right? Yeah, and it needs energy to be able to make sure that all the cells are replaced at the exact same rate as they should be. They shouldn't be dividing at a quicker rate than normal, because that's obviously really, really bad. So you need to have enough energy to be able to maybe divide all the cells in your skin cells at a normal rate to keep your skin healthy. All these things, those things I said with the hair falling and everything, that's all linked with hormones. And when people stress, those hormones come imbalanced, and all these health implications come up, and it's not great. So when I say that stress is horrible, it really is a really bad thing to be doing. But you need to have stress in a manageable quantity. You can't stress for long periods of time because of health implications, like I've said. And you need to be able to be more positive and more happy in life. I think that's the main message I would give when people are stressed out, including myself, just to be happy about you know, you're not having a more serious problem, and to be more happy and manifesting more positive outcomes, constantly thinking happy thoughts. That may help a lot of people. But all these ideas I've said about, you know, the videos I've seen, I will definitely try and link the video down below if you want more information about it, because he explains things in a more technical way and I'm not very technical. So, you know, I thought I'd give you guys a bit of an idea of what I have found with, you know, stress having a massive impact on your immune system not being able to function properly. That means that the bacteria you have in your body all the time, they are all suppressed, right? So when I go back to the idea of someone taking like a blood sample of your blood right now, they can see that you've got all the viruses in the world. And then when I said that, you know, you don't get sick because the immune system is there, I was correct. So when you have your blood sample, you've got your immune system is there to suppress all the viruses, because the antibodies would be able to latch on and destroy the virus. But when your immune system's not being given enough attention to, it starts to get weakened, right? And those viruses that once were suppressed by the immune system would be able to have more power to then be able to release the toxins, to then hurt your cells, to hurt you, cause illness, cause the disease, and so on and so forth. All he says is in that video. And when I watch this video, I literally watch it like a few times now. I've watched it before I go to bed, before, you know, if I get stressed out, I start watching it. If I, you know, in the morning I watch it, like I watch it pretty much most of the time. And I cannot stress how important that video is for you guys to watch. Definitely go and check that video out. I highly recommend it. I'll link it down below, so just definitely go check it out after this video. But yeah, I would like to give a couple of tips on how to, you know, be de-stressed and to manage your stress, because I've experienced it and I'm experiencing it. So I always come up with different ways on how to de-stress, and some may work for people, some may not. My methods may not work for you, your main methods may not work for me, and it's, you know, completely fine. Like, these are just a list of some of the things you can do to de-stress. Again, so not a definitive list, so yeah, there may be some ideas that you may have. So the first one would be to, you know, listen to music. So I listen to music quite a bit, and it really is a mood changer, because like, you think that you listen to this happy music and you just instantly feel happiness in you. And I think it's serotonin, it's the happy hormones released into your body, and you feel great. You feel great, and you feel happy, you feel calm. Well, yeah, you feel calm, you feel great. So I suggest maybe listen to happy music a lot more than sad music or slower music. I think that might be able to boost your mindset a little. I would also, on that note, make sure to listen to more motivational videos. They are really helpful. Like, I've got these ones from Disney. I listen to Disney ones. I also listened to one that The Rock did a few years back, so that was really good. I listened to quite a few, so I just pick out whichever ones seem interesting to me, and I just keep listening to them over and over again. When I feel stressed, or when I feel a bit like, you know, tensed with work and all that, it helps me to relax and think, okay, I can do this. So that might help a lot of you guys. I don't know, like, for some people, they may think just sitting there with their thoughts may help, and that might be a good one for some people, just to clear out, okay, what's actually going on inside your head. But some people may think, okay, maybe talking to their family and friends may be better, because they can explain exactly how they feel and say why they feel like that. So I think it depends upon like which one you prefer, talking to people or just sitting there by yourself alone with your thoughts. It's completely up to you, but them two are different ideas. For those artistic people, maybe colouring or painting, that might be really good, just to doodle what you feel like is going on in your head. Maybe expressing your ideas with drawings than words may be better to get your point across. If you can't really explain how you're feeling, you might be able to draw it. people might be able to understand you more than instead of your words. That might help. Maybe even taking a walk in nature, that's good. Like if it's sunny, or you know, just going around the side of the park. If you go like a lake, go ride by your lake on the bike, or you know, just like, I don't know, going outside for a picnic by yourself, just enjoy the sun, you know, the flowers and all this kind of stuff, the breeze. It's so nice, tranquil, calm state. And you might just be able to forget about all the stress that you may have, and it might help you relax a bit more, then to go back to working with a calmer mind. That might be very, very beneficial. I would say for people like me, cleaning my room always helps, like, because I think I read this quote somewhere, whatever's in your mind is like a mirror image in your surroundings, or something like that. Like how messy your room is how messy your mind is. And if you've got a clearer surrounding, you may have a clearer mind, because you can, like, you know, put away the junk and, you know, tidy up. When you look around the room, you've got like a clean bed, you've got a clean floor, you can actually see the floor, you know, all these things that might just make you feel a bit more happy, maybe distract yourself from the pain and the stress for a while. That might help. So, you know, this is like a little bit of a list of what I found have helped me. Feel free to definitely use some of these ideas if you haven't already. But yeah, I definitely would recommend you go to watch that video. It'll explain more of what I've said, but that was just like a generic idea of what I found for that video. I hope this video was, you know, interesting. If you guys haven't gone and checked out my first law of attraction video, definitely go check it out. It will be really, really, really good. Especially those who want to have a fresh start for the new year, be more positive and manifesting a lot of happiness and, you know, all these kind of things in the new year. Hope you guys have an amazing evening wherever you guys are, or if it's a day. Hope you guys have a lovely rest of the day, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.